What if these light ships were to show up one day soon? What would you do? What would you think? Would you immediately dismiss it as, say, something like Project Bluebeam, even though, hello, Applebrooks, honey, even though these have been seen in the sky? Look at the little brown heads or spheres. They've been documented in the sky, in the clouds. So, really, what if one day soon you looked up in the sky and then you saw these ships, not just where you live, but they were being seen all over the earth? Do you think that people would just say, oh, it's fake? Or, wow, about time. We've been waiting all this time. We wondered when they were going to make an appearance. Well, it's um, it's highly probable that within your lifetime, you will see these in the sky. It's highly, highly probable. We're looking at these on my laptop. I have a folder. I named it GIMP, and I had put a bunch of these pictures in it, is what I had done, just to, I don't know, just to put them there when they started coming in, because I worked a lot of pictures, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna put some pictures in here, you all. Hello. And if this is your first time seeing these, wait, don't be doing that to my pictures. I took these pictures, started taking them back in 2018, um, the fall of 2018. For around 2.5 years, I documented them, and there's many different variations of them, and a lot of these. Oopsie, Gina, honey. This is a touch screen, and I accidentally touched it and made it flip. Why is this not wanting to show like I want it to show you all? Isn't that interesting? I want to focus on this, but it want to kind of make it blurry. And this picture is not blurry. I assure you, it's not blurry at all. But this iPhone, it doesn't want you to see a clear picture of these ships for some strange reason. They don't want you to see the detail of them. I found that quite odd. And really, there's no reason why it cannot focus completely on here, unless it's the AI that doesn't want it to focus, is what I would say. It's the AI, because they're very clear. These pictures are very clear, but they're not showing it very clear for some strange reason. If I were to zoom out, maybe it's just too close. Maybe. These right here can be seen in the clouds, and I'm sure some of you have seen them. This is what they look like when they're uncloaked. They do. They look like this. And I seen some of these yesterday in Alaska, but not on the photo that I showed you of the, what was it, a flying saucer? It was a flying saucer in Alaska. And I've seen these bands right here in the sky, the clouds, the bands that are on the ships. They're also seen in the clouds because they're cloaked in the clouds. I wish this would not have done that, but it's okay, you all. It did. I want to show these heads down here. Oh, you have clouds there that are beautiful, Michelle, honey. Yes, you do. Her know her does, Mommy. Yes, you all. What on earth? This does not even want to. This, I think this is the very beginning of the photos that I had stuck in here, and these can be seen in the clouds. You see how they line themselves up in a row. I was too exhausted to get on my computer. I really was. My back is hurting, and my sinuses aren't too well because I was inhaling lead, and um, the mask didn't help too much. Lead and iron is from the iron pipe. Yeah, it's okay. Cast iron. So I wanted to show some of these. I thought I can do that. I can just lean over and show these. Yes, that's right. Oh, Denise, honey. Well, I think it's quite clear that there has been communication. Otherwise, I wouldn't be getting these pictures. Really, I wouldn't. I've been on ships in my dream state when I first started, every night for around 2 weeks, nonstop, looking at two gigantic windows, looking at the same pictures over and over and over and over and over is what happened. And it truly was over and over and over and over. And I got the message. I did. But do I try to contact channel and stuff? No, I don't. I don't do that. There are people who do channel. I just look, this is weird. This does not want me to go to the next screen for some strange reason. I want to go to the next screen and it doesn't want me to because I just wanted to just show some of these closer up. And it just has a mind. Well, this, let me tell you something about this plasma screen. It has a mind of its own. It really does. A mind of its own. Oh, what do we got down here? Okay, yeah, it does. It has a mind of its own. You don't want to get too close to it. And look how they can layer themselves. And these have, I promise you, these have shown up on the NASA products. These type of ships. And they're very bright. You can tell right here that it's like solid white ships. It's like interdimensional from the other realm. And, you know, when we're looking at these like this, it's literally almost like that dimension is literally alive right now. Can you see the movement in there? It looks like the ships you saw in a dream a couple months ago. Yeah. There are some who say that these are the Anunnaki. Some say they're demons. I just call them light ships, is what I call them. And some say, well, they're the Galactic Federation of Light. Some say they're the chariots of the Most High God. There's been many who have laid claim to these ships. There is a lot of people have made claim, and they like looking at them. I like looking at them. I really do, because they're so, whoa, Gina, that's a little too close, you all. See, this is, come on, can we focus without this blurring on us, you all? I think we can. But this iPhone SE, the camera is not as good as the iPhone 8. What puzzled me at times is how they could come out of these. It's just kind of like the stars also. You have ships that can come out of them. And of course, there's different types. Different types. These, like, they're, look at this. They kind of look like digital like ships. This is what my photos would look like. My whole entire complete photo of the ships when they would, let me see if I can get the whole top photo in here, when they would come in. This is what it would look like. And I would share. I didn't have a problem with sharing at all. And you can see that it may not look like a lot to some, but it really is, it's a ton of them that would come in all at once. So could you imagine if one day soon you looked up in the sky and voila, they've uncloaked themselves from the clouds and you're seeing them without their cloaking technology. It's pretty cool because some people have also saw these white shaped ships on the NASA products too. And some of these, I didn't know what to think when I first started seeing these types right here because they just, I didn't know what to think. I kept thinking digital, digital, digital is what I thought. Digital looking ships. And again, they have these, the brown-headed beings on them. And it's the same beings, it seems like, that are in the clouds, is what it seems like. You can see some little heads on them. And they're not little by any means. And look, these are like windows. You ever look in the clouds and you see the windows in the clouds of the ships. These are what they look like. See the little round sphere? This is what they look like in the sky without the clouds completely cloaking them, you all. And I had to learn how to work the pictures myself. I did. I did not let anyone else touch my pictures. I didn't. I would work them all myself. And I know these look strange. They look like, oopsie. They look like unlike anything that we have. They do. They don't look like anything that we have. Yet they're there. That's pretty cool. I think it's so cool. And so do a lot of other people. It's like when I would take pictures every day, 3 times a day, it's like more and more ships could be seen behind the veil or the dimension. They kept coming out. More and more would come out. And you could actually see some after a progression of pictures day after day after day. Certain types of ships that had moved in, you could see that they would like move further on the picture than it's just wild. It's so wild because they're in the clouds. These little round sphere-like objects are in the clouds and the little round balls and stuff. And that's what I did every day, every single day. It got a little old, but that was okay, you all. I was allowed to branch out and share different things, really, is what I was allowed to. You all, is this too close? Because I can imagine this is so close up for some people. But it's probably not too far out, too close up if you have a, oh, you're so very welcome, Dave, honey. It's not too close up if you're on a cell phone. And that's the thing. If you're on a cell phone, it's hard to see um, the pictures that are shared. And again, I really didn't know how to work the pictures that well. Some of these were like rainbow looking colored, and I've actually caught them in the sky, and they are massive, massive ships in the sky. Um, Plasma in the ether. I haven't really been led to share any plasma. I know that there's a lot of other people documenting it, and I think that's wonderful that a lot more people are bringing the plasma to light. I really do think that's wonderful. And I don't like to take away from other people when they're documenting like that. I don't, even though, well, it kind of started it, but that's okay, you all. That's all right. It's good that more people are documenting it is, because the more people document, the better the awareness is, and the more that the awareness is able to be raised. Gina, honey. Oh, Michelle, honey. Your Gina, honey, is not a follower. I really am not. Um, yeah, I'd rather do my own thing. I would. Sometimes I would be a loner. That's okay. Like someone said, Gina likes to go it alone. And they were pretty spot on. Pretty spot on. See, look at this, you all. Now, see, look at these little green. It's like fluorescent, like rainbow-looking pastel-y colors. No, they're not reflections. And if it's your first time seeing them, if you hadn't been watching me document these since 2018, every day for like 2.5 years, um, then perhaps that would be why you would say reflections. And really, these don't look like anything we have on Earth. They don't. Nothing. Nothing on Earth. They're like interdimensional, um, futuristic, but yet otherworldly is what they are. Otherworldly ships from the other dimension that peered through. Um, so these are called light ships, is what they're called. They're in the sky. They're cloaked in the clouds. They are, some would call them UFOs, but they do not look like your typical UFOs. And sometimes these can be documented on the NASA products. You can document these if you can catch them. And there are people who have caught these type of oopsie ships, kind of like Star Wars like things, little frillies and stuff like that, just from the other dimension. And there may not be people who believe in the other dimension, but that's okay. That's all right. It took me a while to figure out what on earth has shown up in my camera. But I just kept taking pictures. I didn't know what it was. And I didn't really need to know. I just thought, well, I guess I am supposed to share. And that's what I did. And I just called them light ships. That's what I still call them, light ships in my camera. From these could have been from 2019 or 2018. There's a lot of them. But the very first time they really showed up was when the observatory shut down. And my pictures and my video that I did in September of 2008, it made its way all around the world in news stations too, in different countries. But that's okay. It is. And there's those who may not understand what they're looking at or anything like that, because they don't look like normal airplanes and stuff like that, you all. They don't. but they cloak themselves in the clouds, and they're a different type of species. They're not humans. At least I don't think they're humans. But I know they got windows, just like the windows we can see and document in the clouds above also. And you may be seeing duplicates because that's how it is, you all. It is. That's right. Just some duplicates of these ships. Some people say Earth, they're setting up for an invasion of Earth, a fake alien invasion. Well, first of all, these are already here in the skies, and they're interdimensional, yet they're in our realm, and they appear whenever they want. They travel through the clouds. They do. And they have the ability to connect themselves with the notches on them, and they can make themselves one great big gigantic ship. Although I'm not seeing very many notches right now, but some of these had notches on them, and they kind of reminded me of Legos. Some of the ships do remind me of Legos that make themselves really big. You can see the bands in them right here, and the bands can be seen in the clouds. I actually caught one of these in the clouds. It was in the western sky, and it looked like a great big missile or something like that. I thought, you've got to be kidding, but no, it was in the clouds. And it's hard to fathom that something like this could be in the clouds, but it is. And you're not always going to see them. Not everybody's going to see them. Not everybody's going to even entertain the thought of life other than the life that we live. And if they do, they may say, well, it's nothing but demons. Or it's the chariots of the Most High God, they would say. And it's the Galactic Federation and stuff like that, you all. They would say things like that. Kalima, honey, thank you. Now, they go really small. The new updates that we got on these computers, they really do something with the original software that you have, the programs that you took your pictures with and things that... I don't know what that is. Can you hear it? Outside. It's like great big grinding of brakes or something. Like metal on metal in the outdoors. It really did. It stopped. You probably didn't hear it. Earthquake in Mexico. I wonder if anything's going to happen around the west coast of the United States, being that there were the 3 looking NEXRAD signatures and or UFOs on the islands that were in the shape of the UFOs yesterday. You all, we don't want to see hear anything in the sky where it has like a lot of metal grinding coming from the sky, because that'd be kind of scary. It really wouldn't be very pleasant, because we don't need no scraping of machinery. We don't. I think I'm probably nearing the end of it, because these photos are just, yeah. Typhoon in Japan. And then the 24th is coming soon. It is. See, this is really neat. Look at the, shoot, Gina, what's going on here? You all, this doesn't, I just wanted to zoom up on this and point out these, the black areas. If this would focus on these types right here. I have no idea what these are like computer-like. They really do remind me of computer-like things, like robotic, I don't know. It's hard to, hola, ¿cómo está? Yeah, let me see these. Oh, what on earth? Just in time. What on earth? July of 2021. Why do we have to have the United Arab Emirates, a central bank, sets the CBDC strategy guideline? Yeah, I saved it on my computer. I do like to read about financial things. I don't know what on earth is happening with this. Their deadline was, let's see, since I pulled it up. United Arab Emirates, a central bank, has announced its strategic objective for 23-26 with their new and enhanced digital strategy that would include much awaited grand launch of their central bank digital currency, the CBDCs. So this was in 21, Central Bank of the United Arabs. This does not have any place in here, but they're going to launch it next year, 23 through 26. They aim to be among the top 10 central banks. What do I got going on here, you all? This must be a video or something that is that I had put on here. The CBDC, diversity and approachability to financial services provided by the Oh, okay. Top priority, G20. The digital currencies offers opportunity to start with a clean slate. There you go. It is crucially important that central banks take the cross-border dimension into account. So 23 through 26, China is currently leading the CBDC race. China started it in 2019. So yeah, this is where everything's headed. With a clean slate, you all. Isn't that interesting? A totally clean slate. Huh? Do you see that? You all, I guess you're going to get to watch whatever Gina's got going on here. Yes, you do. I don't know what that was. I really don't. It flew in front of the moon. I have no way to slow it down. I don't know what it is. I don't even know the date of this. July? There's no telling what time. Isn't that strange? What do you think it is? I forgot I even had this video. Let me see something. I can't stop it. You know what it looks like? It looks like a fish fin. Fish fins. But I can't stop it. It won't let me. It won't let me stop it because it's only a 1-second video. It's Batman. Well, it's certainly not any type of an insect and nothing on Earth. I don't even know if I ever even showed this on the YouTube. I don't know at all. Now, that is wild. Maybe when you all come back and look at this, you could like pause the video on YouTube because I don't think I can maybe wait. I can try to hold it in that spot. That's the strangest thing, you all. It really is. It's really, really strange. Oh, well, there. That was, I have no idea what's on here. Oh, well, you getting lucky tonight. Powerful CME. I wonder what it is. Is that a movie? I guess this was something that I had shared. Maybe I'm talking about it. Guess I was just talking about it. I don't know what that was. Oh, we're back to more ships. Yeah, you all probably better end the video. I have no idea what we're going to run into, but that moon thing was really interesting. It was extremely interesting. You heard that Mothman? Yeah. Hello. Yeah, it did. It did some shape shifting, you all. I think your video's like two things behind me. 2 minutes maybe, or if even that. And I am going to go. I am, you all. So thank you so much for watching. Let me see I don't know what's on here. I really don't. Oh, just a lot of ships is what it is. Shape shifters, that's right. Yeah, you all, that moon was a really wild looking thing. And I totally forgot about it. I didn't know what's on this. Oh, you're so welcome, Apple Brooks. You all, thank you so much for coming on here so late at night. Sorry, I just like showed pictures from my laptop, from my GIMP folder. But I didn't want to just not show anything. Yeah. So, with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and thank you all for being on here. Thank you, Apple Brooks. And if there's any other moderator on here, thank you for moderating the chat. You all have a wonderful evening. And what if one day soon you look up in the sky and ships are there? Yes, thank you, Susan B. Honey. Yeah. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Love you.